Yes, yes. All right, we back in the house. this would be Section 8 cooking, episode number 3, I believe. And you know what, man? I was thinking, y'all gonna have to eat something green at some point in your life. You know what I mean? So I got a little hungry. I figured I'd share this one with you. I'm gonna just call this. It's kind of like pho, like that Vietnamese soup. So I don't know, man. We call it hobo pho, but I think that they got something like this down in Louisiana, and they call it yakamein. You know, so I guess we could call it yakamein or hobo pho or something like that. But you know, this is a little something that I thought of myself. It's not an exact recipe or nothing. So what I got here, I got this pot, and I got some butter up in it right now. So I cooked the spaghetti. Okay. So this is spaghetti. This is actual spaghetti because I ran out of ramen noodles, you know. But like I eat 4 or 5 at a time, so I still got all the flavor packets, remember? I told y'all to save them. So when you run out of the noodles that come in the container, in the ramen package, and you can just use spaghetti, you know. But so I'm going to heat this butter up. It's getting warm, a little brown, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, spaghetti is already cooked. I kind of like let it dry out a little bit because you don't want it to be real wet, you know. And then I got my celery all chopped up, right? This is easy, man. You know, I don't cut the leaves off or none of that. You know, I kind of wash it and cut the bottom off. I'll show y'all in a second. Hold on. Let's put these up in here. Get this celery cooking. So we'll kind of fry this celery down a little bit in some butter, and we'll put the seasoning in with the celery first. Okay. Look at that. Keep it hot. So here go all the seasonings, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly each one. I just want to show you what it looked like in a bowl. Okay. So check this out. We're gonna put that all up in there. Boom. Okay, keep cooking. And we just kind of gonna cook this celery down a little bit before we put some water in there. We'll let that get a little tender, you know. I like the way it tastes better when you cook the celery down or whatever, the vegetable down a little bit with the butter before you put the water in. So look, it ain't no complicated thing with celery, you know what I mean? I don't really cut all this off. It's fine with me, you know. It's less work. I'll wash it down with the sink, but I kind of cut these roots off, these little root-looking things. I'll cut those off a good bit because you know, probably to about like there, and then I'll chuck these because man, that dirt is kind of hard to get out of there. And if you get a bunch of dirt up in your soup, man, I'll tell you what, you're gonna wish you hadn't even done it. You know. So with them spices, I'm gonna show you what I put. We got, it's like just a couple of dashes of canine pepper. Okay. Now, you know, I know some people's like, oh man, you know, you gotta go hot, you gotta do what you want to do. And man, if y'all like it hot, then that's fine. But not everybody might not like it like that. You can add some freaking hot sauce, you know. So why don't you leave it up to this is my hot sauce right here. But you can put whatever, man. You can put Tabasco, you know, whatever you want. I like this one. I like Tabasco too, and I like. I think you could even put some Tom's hot sauce on there they use for wild wings or whatever. So anyway, you know, you can add hot sauce, so you don't need to make it hella spicy. You know, you want to have a little flavor, but man, take it easy. Take it easy, guys. Not everybody has the same flavor profile, you know, palate as you. So look, the majority of it was the chicken stock bouillon from the ramen package. Okay, then I added a good sized spoonful of onion powder. Okay, now the spoon is just this spoon right here. So the good sized spoonful of onion powder, a good sized spoonful of these freeze dried chives, because you know you could put real green onions in it if you got them, but I just have some extra celery left over, and you know, put some chives in there too, make it look nice. a good sized teaspoon, or excuse me, not a damn teaspoon. It's like a tablespoon, whatever. It's just a spoon, man. Of black pepper. Okay. You know, I'd say about a half, maybe a spoon of these red pepper flakes, and then a little dash of garlic salt up in there. Okay. So it's majority onion powder and chicken bouillon from the ramen package, and then I got and a good bit of black pepper and some freeze-dried green onions, chives, whatever they calling them. So I'm gonna cook this down, and that's cooking good. So it's getting nice. They getting softened by that heat and butter. You know, tastes good like that. So I'm gonna add a bay leaf, but once I put the water in. But see how that go? You just let them cook. You know, cook it high, cook it hot at first, and cook it down. You know, you could add some bell pepper up in there, like fresh, if you had it. But look, I'm telling you, this is like cheap way to make some food. Okay. So it's all about what you got, man. You know, it's not all about perfect recipes, man. If you watch this stuff online and YouTube and such, man, you get scared watching these people cook. Oh, you gotta have this, that, the other. This is my secret special technique. Okay, I mean, that's cool, good for you. But man, this is why everybody thinks that cooking is such a complicated process. You know what I mean? Man, I can't believe it. It's not that hard. You know, you just got to improvise, adapt, and overcome. You know. So I learned that when I was a young kid. I'd be 7 years old up in here, 8 years old, cooking for my sister. So maybe if you get started doing something as a kid, you're less scared of it when you get older or whatever. I don't know, maybe. And because you didn't have that fear of it built into you. You know, children are more apt to just go and try something and not be so scared if they get it wrong or whatever. So I don't know. So look, I put about 3 of these cups up in there with water. Okay, but man, you can make this bigger, smaller, whatever. I'm giving you the idea. Okay, it's up to you what you want to do with it. And we're gonna let that water get hot and boil up. Make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. Oh yeah, that bay leaf. Okay. I don't want a bunch of crumbles. So I put one. You know what? I like these things. We'll put 2 of them up in there. Okay. So let that water get nice and warm, and then I'm gonna let's see what it looked like. It's just a pot of water right now, soup stock or whatever. Now, whenever I see this stuff online, they go and put like a boiled egg in there. Well, I don't really feel like boiling no egg, so I'm just gonna kind of add them in once that water get warm. So look, I'm not big on doing dishes and all this either. It's like, this is easy way to feed yourself, and feed yourself pretty cheap. So this is my version, man. I got creative control here, and I'm a control freak. So look, you know, another thing is, man, you better be careful with them eggs. I always try to crack them in a bowl when I'm making something, because, dude, I'm gonna tell you, you get one bloody egg or something like that, and it'll throw off your whole recipe, right? So look, I just cracked 3 eggs in here, and I'm gonna whip them up. Okay. Yeah, I'd say 3 eggs probably about right. And that water getting nice and warm right now. So I got the double burner on, you know, hopefully it get hot. Yeah, you know what, let's just put 4 eggs up in here. Give you a little bit of protein, you know. So I'm telling you, you got your greens, you got your protein, you got your carbs. It's a full thing right here. Salt. Y'all should have never doubted me, man. Just wash my hands off. I got a bunch of eggs all over my fingers. Okay. So I'm gonna put these spices up, let that water get nice and hot. Cause I don't feel like stopping the video and trying to edit it later. I don't know how to do that. So y'all just bear with me. This might be a little bit long, but boo-hoo. You know, what I'm giving you, it's worth its weight in gold. So anybody want to send me some gold, man, feel free, okay? I don't know what that is, but I ain't gonna put it back up in there. Smell good. Kind of salty, but that's all right. So we get this cooking. See, you want to get it to just like right where it's boiling. And I'm gonna put them eggs in. Okay, you don't have to use spaghetti, you know. If it was me, I would probably prefer ramen noodles, to be honest with you, but I had spaghetti and I ain't had no ramen noodles, so it is what it is. So that's what you're getting, you know. And it's fine either way, but you know, it's all about personal preference. Another thing that you could have done is instead of doing like the scrambled egg, you could have the water, right, in the pan and simmered it real hot and then poached the eggs before you. That probably would have even been a better way to do it. That's more traditional to the boiled egg, you know. But that's what I would do because I like cooking everything in one pot. Why do you want to go and have 15 pots? You know, I got 15 pots. I got all these seasonings. I got to measure them all out. I got to see, you know, what the hell? I swear we so wasteful in this society nowadays, man. We got so much stuff. You got to have a 15 spoon measuring kit and to put seasonings up in a pot. Come on, man. Get out of here. Damn. These flies, I don't know where they come from, but they sure do like it. Look at that. Let that egg get cooked. And that'd be like kind of like some egg drop soup, you know. But it's kind of nice to have in there. And you just stir it around. Might not be the best looking thing, but the flavor's there, I'm telling you. Okay. There's that other one. I don't like finding these things in my mouth. All right. So look, I'm gonna put a little bit of teriyaki up in here. You know, you could put some soy sauce and all that. I don't know. Some people's real scared of it now, but man, I'll tell you what. I was allergic to milk my whole life. And I grew up drinking soy milk and stuff because there was no other alternative. There wasn't no such thing as almond or whatever back in the days. So my mama used to actually have to get me this stuff called mocha mix or something like that. And it was like non-dairy coffee creamer. And man, that shit was rich. It's like 1 teaspoon had like 400 calories or something crazy like that. But, you know, it was like, you know, just to have cereal and stuff with. And and all that. It was kind of nice, but nowadays I switch over to almond milk because I'm not a big fan of the idea of what soy does to dudes or whatever. But I don't think it's as big of a deal as everybody makes it out to be. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be afraid to have a little bit of soy sauce or something like that. But I saw in the grocery store that they had like a soy sauce substitute made out of coconut milk or something like that. Some kind of crazy thing. I couldn't believe it. But you know, well, there's a demand for anything. You know what I mean? You just got to find the right buyer. So look, that right there is the completed version of what I would call yakamein or hobo pho. You know, we having fun, man. So, you know what I'll do now is, now that it's all nice and hot, I got everything up in there. All the seasoning, it smells good, and all that. And you know, the spaghetti noodles are in there now, and I'm gonna let them set. I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit. Check it for taste. Yeah, it tastes good. So I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit, and you know, I'll just leave them noodles to set up in there, and that's it, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. You know, we'll have some more fun. Stay tuned with me, and if you feel like you want to say something, feel free to say it in the comments. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.